Hey everybody, great to see you again, and I hope you're having a healthy and happy day. It's about 3:30 right now, and I'm about to eat my second meal of the day. So what we have here, we have some roasted chicken from my favorite local farm, Three Sons Farms. We got some rainbow chard with a little bit of bell peppers, got some avocado, and a little bit of sweet potato with some roasted beets. Now this is a perfect meal for me to go a little more in depth into the concept of eating with purpose, which we discussed in my previous video. So when I'm eating with purpose, I'm focusing on three key nutrients. I'm focusing on protein, I'm focusing on carbohydrates, and fats. We call those macronutrients. Macro meaning large, nutrients meaning substances that are required for our body. So protein, carbohydrates, fats are our macronutrients. So let's go a little bit in depth into each one. Now, protein is one of the most critical components of the diet. Protein has a lot of different functions in our body. In fact, every functional component of our body has protein as a component. So your enzymes, your hormones, your DNA, your skin, your nails, your muscle, especially your muscle, has a protein component. So the major function of protein is growth and repair of your body. Let's think of it in terms of a house. A house requires continual maintenance, continual upkeep. Now, if we were a house, the protein would be the building blocks of that house, the 2x4s, the nails, the walls. So the protein that we have on our body is dictated by our house and what we want to do with that house. For example, do you have a small house? Do you have a large house? Are you looking to put an extension on the house? Are you looking to put a garage or a second floor on the house? Are you looking to just keep it tidy? All of those will determine your protein. So when I'm eating with purpose, I'm thinking about what do I want to do to my house? How do I want my house to look? Now personally, I want a strong, sturdy house. So I want to build my muscle, I want to maintain my muscle. So this protein, the chicken here, it's about 8 ounces here. This is the critical component because I know first and foremost, I want a strong, maintained, sturdy house. Now, carbohydrates are a typical component of every meal. The function of carbohydrates in our body is an energy source. Our brain and our central nervous system uses glucose, which is derived from carbohydrate foods. We also use energy for strenuous or high intensity activity. Typically, the higher the intensity of our activity, the more carbohydrates we'll use. Now, I want you to remember one key concept when it comes to eating with purpose, when it comes to carbohydrates. If you are not going to burn it, then your body will store it. Now, the good news is, just because your body stores it, it's not necessarily bad. Your body can store carbohydrates in your muscle, which is great. Your body can also store carbohydrates in the liver. Your body can also store carbohydrates in the fat cells, which we probably don't want. So our bodies can take carbohydrates and make fat from them. So when it comes to eating with purpose, we have to think about what are we doing in our day? What activities are we performing, and what kind of energy requirements will they demand? So if I wake up and I say, I'm gonna run 5 miles and then swim 2,000 laps and then ride my bike and then do some landscaping and then go jogging again, guess what? I'm going to need a lot of energy. I'm gonna need a lot of carbohydrates. If I wake up and say, I'm just gonna sit on the couch and watch Judge Judy and Jerry Springer, I'm probably not going to use a lot of carbohydrates. So the carbohydrates should fit the demand. Now, dietary fat is kind of the redheaded stepchild of the macronutrients. They get a bad rap, people don't want to eat them, but the truth is that fats serve a tremendous amount of purposes in our body. We need fat for cell membranes. We have 30 trillion cells in our body, and each one of them is surrounded by a membrane of fat. So when we're constantly regenerating cells in our body, we have to put a membrane around them. All our hormones have a fat derivative. We also use fats for energy. We get fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K from fat, and a lot of other functions here. The thing I want you to remember or understand about fats is that they're very energy dense. So a gram of carbohydrates will give you 4 calories per gram. A gram of protein will give you 4 calories per gram, but a gram of fat will give you 9 calories per gram. So almost twice as much energy per gram. So if we're looking at my plate, this avocado might have almost as much energy as everything else on this food combined, on this plate combined. So fats are very rich, but we need them. And again, we shouldn't overeat them, but we definitely need them in our body. I hope this video shed a little more light onto how to eat with purpose. I'm pretty hungry, so I am going to eat with purpose and enthusiasm right now. And I'll see you soon with another video. I hope you have a healthy and happy week.